It started with some hardcore training as to how really this business can be built in a very big way. For me, it has been 5 years now in the industry, and when I became a part of this opportunity, I used to work as a software consultant with a software company in India, and could see basically where this business opportunity is going, could see the vision of this industry, and got involved. It took me some time to get a grasp of the whole idea, because the way this business works is very, very, very different from the way traditional businesses work. It's very different from the way we do day-to-day things in the job life. So it took me some time. It took me almost a year to get my initial team of about 1,000 people going. Then once I had those 1,000 people in my team, I realized one thing, what Robert Kiyosaki said in his book, How I Rich Dad Poor Dad. That is the whole concept of leverage, and that's why it's such a big secret to making wealth today. You got to get good in leveraging other people's time, money, effort, and skill. So with these 1,000 people, in the second year, giving a bit extra efforts, this team went to almost 15 to 20,000 people. Third year, almost 50, 60,000, and now it's almost over 100,000 people already. Now, I have tried anything and everything you can imagine under the moon to build this business. A lot of stuff on the internet, a lot of methods of advertising, traveled the whole country of India, so many cities, so many states, so many places, traveled to so many places in the Middle East. Right now, 10 days in a month, I'm traveling in Southeast Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, and Bangkok, and a couple of other places. And I have met thousands and thousands and thousands of people worldwide in this industry. A lot of them were big-time failures, and a lot of them were big-time success stories. I know guys who have been in this industry for 10 years, and in those 10 years they have done 100 companies, 10 companies, 20 companies. And till today, if you ask them maybe to join a concept for $500, they will not be able to afford $500, even though they are in this industry for 10 years. And I have met people who have been in this industry for maybe just 3 years, and they're already $1 million earners. So traveling around the world, meeting so many people, and there's there's a pattern which I've observed globally, and that pattern is kind of similar everywhere. People fail because of similar reasons, and people succeed also because of similar reasons. By similar reason means, of course, some success happens. So today, day before yesterday, when I reached here, I was sitting with a dear friend of mine, and he kind of requested me to come up with some kind of training based upon your hardcore experience of the last 5 years into this industry, so that we can use that extensively to train our groups and build our organizations worldwide. So yesterday night, I was thinking a lot as to what really should what name should I give to this training, and what all things to share with you. So 9 things which have worked for me in the last 5 years. 9 things which work for all the $1 million earners in network marketing today. Anybody worldwide whom you will meet who is a millionaire and a multi-millionaire in this industry, network marketing, as a distributor, in any company of the world, in some way or the other, he will have practiced these 9 success formulas. In some way or the other, he has done these 9 things, and he has told his groups to do these 9 things again and again and again and again and again. So I named this training as 9 Steps to Financial Freedom. Alright? So let's kind of begin with it. What are these 9 steps? Unless and until you master these 9 steps, your chances of success, you can still. I'm somebody who always encourages creativity, but then the odds of failures will be very high, because this is not a new industry. This industry has been around for about 1940s, almost for 70 plus years right now already, and there's so many companies worldwide. Just within Malaysia, I don't know how many companies will be there. In India, there are so many companies. Worldwide, there are so many companies. And people, even though they come from different caste, culture, religion, XYZ, but at the end of the day, we are all human beings. At the end of the day, we all have emotions. At the end of the day, we all get frustrated, we all get angry, and we all get happy. And this is a hardcore business of people. It's not a business of sales, it's a business of people. And when you build your organization, let's say you are sitting right now in Malaysia, when you build your organization, You will get Malaysians in your team, you will get Chinese in your team, you will get Indians in your team, maybe you will get Americans in your team, you will get Europeans in your team, you will get Africans in your team, you will get everybody in your team. In today's globalized world, in 21st century, when we build network marketing, yes, we basically build with the intention of building it globally. So these success formulas, these 9 steps to financial freedom, they remain the same no matter which company you are doing in network marketing, no matter where you are going in the world and building your business, building your dream business. Let's see what these 9 steps are basically. Step number 1. This is one step which you have read already in so many books, you have already read in so many places. I have read about this step at least, I don't know, so many times in the last 5 years, in so many books on personal development and motivation. But when I look back and think, actually, so many people read about this step, but not really many people implement this step. But the fact of the matter is, when you are an entrepreneur, when you are in a business of your own, when you don't have a job, when you don't have a boss sitting on your head, giving you instructions, do this, do this, do this, do this, take your breakfast at this time, take your lunch at this time, take your dinner at this time, go for a vacation or do not go for a vacation. If you are on a vacation, cancel your vacation, come back to the office immediately. You know, for so many years when we are in a job, we are used to instructions, everything. And suddenly when you are in a business, now you are left without instructions. Yes, you have guidance, but then you don't have a boss. If I am your upline, I just can't beat you. Or I can't say, okay, you don't do this, I'll fire you from my video talk. Can I do that? No, I cannot. The maximum I can do is, boss, it's your independent business. I'm here to help you, teach you the basics of the business. I can tell you what has worked for me in this business, and now it's up to you to implement this. I always tell people, if you want to earn $500 a month through this business, very easily possible. If you want to earn $5,000 a month, you just now met this guy, $5,000 a month possible. If you want to make $50,000 a month, I do make that kind of money. Possible. If you want to make $5 million a month, I can introduce you to some people who are making $5 million a month also through this business. Possible. But it all started with this number 1 step that's called dreams. Have you heard about this? Alright. Every night when we sleep, we dream. Yeah? Most of the times we dream about what has happened throughout the day and all that kind of thing. How many of you have ever taken some time? Be honest, alright? This is not a class, it's not that if you raise a hand or you will not raise a hand, people will form opinion about you, nothing like that. Just be honest and raise your hand. If ever in your life, I'm 20, heading 28 now, I have written my dreams, I remember, about 3 times till now in my life. 3 times I've actually taken some time out and written my dreams on a sheet of paper with a pen. How many of you have ever written your dreams on a piece of paper? By dreams, what do I mean? By dreams, I do not mean just get a good job and all that kind of thing. When you dream, basically, you have to realize one principle in life, that God gives equal opportunity to people. Maybe the circumstances, the situation in which you were born might not that be conducive, but then we know so many millionaires, we know so many billionaires who were like broke in their childhood. Their families were broke, maybe when they were 15 years old, when they were 20 years old, when they were 30 years old, they never had that kind of money. And suddenly some things happened for them, they changed their success habits, and today they are millionaires, multi-millionaires, billionaires. I know a guy in India who is today a multi-billionaire. In fact, the house in which he stays is over $1 billion in a city called Bombay. I don't know how many stories that house is. I'm talking about the owner of a group called Reliance, Dhirubhai Ambani. That guy used to work in a petrol pump, filling petrols in people's car. And in few short years, about 10-20 years, he became the richest man in India. At one point in time, he was the richest man in the world. So from filling petrols in the car to becoming the richest man in the world. From filling petrol to owning a house worth $1 billion. So that shows anything and everything is possible in this world. For those of you who really want to know about that man, there is a movie by the name Guru, G-U-R-U. It is available both in Hindi languages. It has been translated in many languages worldwide. You can also watch the movie in English. And an amazing, inspirational movie. But the message is, if you dream, it can happen. I look back at myself personally. When I started into this business 5 years back, I was at a salary of $500 a month. Today, if I spend even, what should I say, maybe $500 a day, it's okay. $5,000 a day, and sometimes that will also be okay. Things are happening. Things are happening like crazy right now. So many people, so many colleagues of mine who started this business with me, today they have totally changed their life. I have a guy in my team who, when he joined the business, he never had money to repair his shoe. He never had money. I have a guy in my team in India. He never had money to repair his shoe. And today he makes $2,000 a week in this business, and he's just like 2 years old into the business. And it all started with this word called dream. It took us some time because that was the first lesson which was taught to me by my mentor. That's the first lesson which will be taught to you by any mentor of yours in network marketing worldwide. Everything starts with a word called dream. Now dreams have to be crazy. When you dream, you should close your eyes and do not let the negativities of the world affect you. You know what? The problem is, right from the time we are born till the time you're today, I don't know how old are you, we have always been asked to do this, not to do this, to do this, not to do this, to do this, not to do this. So many a times in the process of dreaming, many a times in the process of thinking, our mind, it gets influenced by a lot of other factors, which it should not be. How many of you have seen this movie called The Secret? Yeah, it's one of the best sellers worldwide. If you haven't seen it, please go ahead. You will get that movie in any of the good bookshops, and you just go ahead and watch that movie. Unbelievable movie. The Secret, the message is simple. It talks about law of attraction. Anything which you think about here, it actually happens. So guess what? If you think that you want to earn $500 a month through my video talk, possible. If you want to make $5,000, it will happen for you. 5 years down the line, you are thinking, I want to live in $1 million home, also possible. At least there is no harm in thinking about it, right? There is no harm about dreaming about it. So many people, they spend all their life, all their energy in thinking about things which they don't want in their life. They think about their boss. Oh my God, my boss is so hard about me. They think about their friends who have cheated them, X, Y, Z. They all think about all negative things. And when they dream, also, those things are not happening for them. Many of us do not even take time out for our dreams. We are so busy in this crappy 9 to 5 routine. 9 to 5, go to office, come back home. 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 I was one of those guys. Thankfully, I read some good books and I was able to come out of this routine within my first 1 year. So in that way, I'm really thankful to God Almighty that I was exposed to this industry at an early age, and it has already transformed my life by 180 degrees. Already transformed my life by 180 degrees. The day you write your dreams on a piece of, I'll tell you the methodology of how to write your dreams also, and what should you really focus on. But the day you write your dreams on a piece of pen and a paper, you are in the top 3% of world's population. 97% of the people in this world have never ever taken time to write their dreams on a piece of pen and a paper. Okay, let's ask a question. Be honest. How many of you have ever written your dreams on a piece of pen and paper? Wow, we have some good network marketing crowd here. So we have about 50% audience who have written their dreams on a piece of pen and a paper. And the reason we have this high percentage, because this audience is, some of them are already exposed to this industry. So no matter which company you are, the first training is always about dreams. It's all about dreams and goals. And still 50% of the people, they have never ever taken time out to write down their dreams. My first tip for you today, my friends, is when we finish this training, when we finish the presentation and all, tonight, it's a Sunday night, Monday morning, it's the start of a new week for you. Take some time out, analyze your life, what has happened in your life in the last 20 years or 30 years, in the last 5 years, in the last 1 year, in the last 6 months. Are you on track with the New Year resolutions which you took perhaps? Today is July now, or July ending. Each one of us last year, at the beginning of 2011, we had our resolution. I also had so many resolutions. I lose this much weight, I'll lose this much weight. Today 6 months have passed, and I think instead of losing weight, I've got a couple of kgs extra. So it's okay to get sidetracked. It's okay. But then, have you taken time out to write those things? Do this. Trust me, you will feel good. It feels so nice when you start writing down things which you really want to achieve in your life. Okay. To help you do that, Start with writing your dreams in 3 categories. Okay? Short term. Because with dreams, we will set some kind of goals, basically some kind of deadlines. So the dream actually becomes a goal, and then it becomes really, really, really powerful. Today, when you go back home, before you sleep, take some time out to write down your short-term goals in this business, your short-term dreams. And it can be directly related to your check through this business, okay? How soon you want to earn, let's say, $250. Or let's say, $400, $500. Let's talk about $500. $500 a month in this business, I should say, is a breakthrough point worldwide. The stats tells that people who earn $500 a month in this industry, they kind of stick in this industry. People who do not earn $500 a month, very shortly, they kind of quit our business, How soon you want to earn your first $500 through this business? I know people who have taken 1 year to earn $500. I know people who have taken 6 months to earn their first $500 in the business. I know people who have done that in 1 month. I know people who have done that in 1 week. I know people who have earned their $500 in 1 day. I know people who have earned their $500 in 1 hour also. Up to you. And what will you do with that extra $500? It's not that the $500 will give you a Ferrari. But okay, $500 maybe recovers your cost to get started into the business. So now you're in a business where you practically have no investment. With $500 extra, maybe you can just buy a new mobile phone. You'll feel good about it. You started a new business, you have $500. You'll go ahead and with this $500, maybe buy yourself a new laptop. Maybe buy yourself a new mobile phone. Maybe just take a flight, maybe a quick flight to Bangkok. Stay there for 1 or 2 days and come back. In $500, I think you can have a vacation, maybe a short vacation to a couple of places. Or just take that $500 to Genting, spend a couple of days there and come back. But earn that $500 as fast as possible. That should be your first goal in this business. How soon can you make your first $500? You're watching this training right now live. Since we are recording this, when you are watching this training on the CD also, make sure you write down the first thing, how soon you want to achieve your first $500. Now, let's say your second short-term goal. How much you want to earn through this business 90 days down the line. We are not talking about 1 year, we are not talking about 3 years, we are not talking about 5 years, we are not talking about multi-million dollars and billion dollars and XYZ. We are talking about how much you want to earn in this business in the next 3 months. Where are you looking yourself 3 months down the line in this business? When I started into this business, in my first 3 months, I guess I made about $1,500, which was good for me because my salary was $500 a month. So 3 months is $1,500. So apart from my salary of $1,500, I made $1,500 extra. So that was good for me. As an extra, $1,500 extra, it was good for me. I know people who in their first 3 months have made over $20,000 also. A couple of those people are already in this room. I know people in their first 3 months, they have made $10,000, $5,000, X amount of money, X, Y, Z, different amount of money. Again, no limit on that. But be realistic, be a bit practical. If you are somebody who is new to this industry, please do not write in the next 3 months you want to make $100,000, you want to make $50,000. It's not going to happen for you. But if you are somebody who has been in this industry for a long period of time, you have some amazing number of contacts and all that, it's a different scenario altogether. But let's base this training from a common man's perspective. Set a realistic target. How much do you want to earn in the next 90 days? Where you are looking yourself in this business in the next 90 days? When a person gets started into this business, most probably he will start this as a part-time business, and it's great. 90% of the people in my team right now worldwide are part-timers, and they contribute to a majority of the sales which are happening worldwide. So doing this business part-time. I do encourage people to get full-time into the business, but not till the time they've replaced their income already from this business. So if you are making, let's say, $2,000 a month, if you start earning $2,000 a month extra from this business, and you do this for a sustainable period of time, it's your choice. Maybe you can get full-time into the business. But till the time you replace your earnings, consistently for some period of time, do not even think of doing this business part-time. You just now met a gentleman who has made over $100,000 in this business in 6-7 months just doing this part-time. So it's possible. Part-time, doing this business 3-4 hours a day, where do you want to see your earnings 90 days down the line? It could be $500 a month. It could be $1,000 a month, it could be $2,000 a month, it could be $200 a month. Whatever X, Y, Z. Set your goal, set your target, and write down what will you do with that extra money. So let's say if you want to earn 90 days down the line, in total maybe you want to earn, let's say, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and you want to be consistently hitting $1,000 a week, let's say. Like the lady who we just now met. Her goal was to make $1,000 a month in some time, and in the process of the goal, she started to hit $1,000 a week. So that's good. Anything extra is always okay, no problem with that. But 90 days down the line, what is going to be your weekly check? $500 a week, which is good. $2,000 a month, $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month, again it is good. And write down what will you do with that extra money. Till the time you would write down, money has to have a purpose. Look, money is not everything in this life, but we need money for everything in this life. That is also a fact. And none of us, I'm sure, at least I'm not the person, I'm not looking at, let's say I'm 27 today, and let's say I live in this world at the age of 70. So I'm not somebody who will, on my deathbed, I would like to think, oh my God, my $1 billion are buried in the ground somewhere in the house, and I'm not taking that time to enjoy with that money. The money which you earn has to have a purpose. That purpose could be anything. If you are in some kind of debt, so solving that debt is a purpose. If you are in some kind of credit card debt, get rid of that. You're looking to purchase a new car, and the EMI of a new car is maybe $500 a month. Great, that's a purpose to that money. Attach a purpose to that money. Attach a purpose to what you will do with that money 90 days down the line, with that weekly check. That's your, again, short-term goal. And third goal, write down 1 year down the line, where you are looking yourself in this business. Maybe you are a 1-star, you are a 2-star, based upon different rankings and all that. 1 year down the line, in total you want to earn $20,000, which is good. I earned about $20,000 in my first year in this business. Not bad. $500 a month was only $6,000 a year. So I made about $20,000, and I was jumping on the moon because I was able to get rid of my debts, and I was happy, my family was happy, my friends were happy, and I was a very happy person because I made $20,000 in my first year into the business. For some of you, even $20,000 might be a big money. For some of you, that might be peanuts, and that's okay. Where you are in your life and where you want to be 1 year down the line, write it down in terms of, let's say, financial figures. And again, what will you do with the money which you will be earning into this business 1 year down the line? The same thing you have to do. If you have not done this, please tonight when you go back home, before you go to bed, take some time out, write down these things. And when you introduce somebody new into the business, that is the first thing you have to do with that person. You have to set his dreams. You have to make him write down his dreams. You have to make him write down his goals on a piece of pen and a paper. Unless you have that written down, it's not going to happen. Some people might get worried, are we challenging them? Some people might think, do we think that they're idiots? We want them to write their dreams. You know what? I have personally experienced, because I have tried this thing many times. So many people are scared actually. For somebody to write that I want to drive a Audi A8 2 years down the line in my life, or 5 years down the line, he cannot write. He's just too scared. He's too scared to think to an extent. Means he cannot even think about the possibility. Forget about driving it. That is secondary. But at least the thought has to start here. People cannot even think about it. Because, and how will you think about it? Every morning when we wake up, first thing in the newspaper we read, at least that's what I read all day long out there. This accident, that terrorist attack, that recession happening, and this thing happening, stock markets falling down, real estate crumbling. Media sells negativity, guys. Negativity, that's their business. If media does not sell negativity, nobody will read. Media is there to sell you negativity. Stay as much away as you can from the negative news. If you want to read newspapers, which you should, I encourage. Like, this is what I do. In my country, the first thing I do in the newspaper is, I just don't look at the front page. Because that's always loaded with some kind of negative news. I immediately jump to the sports section, read some good news on cricket and other sports, and then I jump to the Bollywood section. That's good. This star doing that movie getting hit, X, Y, Z, beautiful actresses, amazing, superstar, nice looking guys, girls, everywhere. Oh, that's good. And start my day. But I do not read negative news. I don't want to. Why do I want to? If something has to happen to me, it will happen. There's an old saying, 90% of the things which happen to, about which we worry, never happen. And 10% of the things which happen, you cannot do anything about it. So stop worrying in life, basically. That's the message. So, be a dreamer. It's very important to be a dreamer. Everything starts with a dream in this life. First thing. Second thing, in the process of writing dreams, write down your dreams. Where do you want to be in your life 5 years down the line? As my personal experience, 5 years is one time frame in which no matter where you are in your life, you can be anywhere. In 5 years, you can go from being broke to $1 billion. Example, Mark Zuckerberg, owner of Facebook. Examples, owner of YouTube. There are companies which are going $1 billion. There are people who are becoming billionaires in 5 years. I myself became a multi-millionaire in 5 years. 5 years back, when I started into this business, into this industry, I had no idea where my life will be 5 years down the line. I had no idea. Today when I look back, wow, 5 years have passed. And what all changes I have seen in my life. From a job to a multi-million-dollar business, from somebody just traveled one city to now traveling the world, meeting so many nice people around the world, speaking in front of thousands of audience, 10,000 people, XYZ. Life has totally taken a complete change, 180 degrees in the last 5 years. Every day, it's my favorite habit, especially like I'm staying in a nice hotel room, so there's a nice bathtub. But once I finish my day, it's my habit, I will just sit down, relax in the bathtub with hot shower and with hot water, and next 30 minutes, I will just visualize where do I want to be 5 years down the line. This, I want to do in the next 5 years. This is what I want to do on this business. I want to max out on one center, second center, third center. This is how I will do it. These are the places I want to travel in the next 5 years. I want to buy my next BM and my Merc and my Audi in the next 5 years. I want to stay, or as of now, I'm living in this house. Maybe 2 years down the line, I want to stay in this house. 5 years down the line, I want to stay between a 10,000 square foot mansion in X and Y and Z. Anything and everything in your life is possible in the next 5 years. Financially, through this business. As you're writing your financial dreams, it is very important for you to also write where do you want to be as a person in the next 5 years. Do focus on your, something very important in this business is about which we do not talk, but it's important about your health and fitness. Because the more healthy you are, the more fit you are, your mind will also work properly in health and fitness. Though this is not a class to lecture you on health and fitness, but then I guess, as much I read, you need to take care of your physical health. We call that mental health also. So when you read books every day for half an hour, 1 hour, which I do, it takes care of your mental health. For physical health, half an hour of running or jogging or gym and X, Y, Z, even though I'm not somebody who's very regular in that. So maybe not the best person to teach you on health, but at least I'm trying. I'm definitely trying. I do have my goals in terms of health 5 years down the line. For me, one of my dreams is 5 years down the line, I want to produce my own action thriller movie. So to produce that movie, I need money. So I'm doing this business hardcore so that I can have that kind of $5, $10, $20 million of budget to produce that movie. And to maybe become an actor in this movie, I need to have 6 packs. So I'll start working towards the gym also. Anyhow, scale. You need to have your 5-year goals, who you want to be as a person. Also very important. You want to help people, you want to be a world-class trainer, you want to be a world-class speaker, write it down, who you want to be 5 years down the line. And then, once you have written those things, it's time to move on. You write those things down, make sure every person in your team has these things written down. What happens to the majority of the people in this business is they all get started because our presentations, and most of the presentations worldwide, they are filled with excitement. This guy made 10,000, this guy made 20,000, this guy made 5,000. So, introducing people into the business is not a big deal at all. If you're decent good, you should be able to sign up people. But then, the real problems happen when the new signups, they start to work in the business, they're not that experienced, they face a couple of their first rejections, two rejections, 5 rejections. They talk to 10 people say no to them, they just forget about this business. They get scared about this business and just forget to do everything about this business. But if you can have a new person write down his reason as to why is he doing my video talk. Like for one of my friends in India, the guy who never had money to repair his shoe, when I sat down with him, I asked him the first question, what is your number one reason to do this business? And he was simple, I want to make, no matter what, I want to make $500 a month extra in this business. Because with that $500 a month, I will be able to take care of me, my family, and I will be able to pay care of my house rent and all that, and live a normal lower class middle life. But I want to make that first $500 very, very, very important. That was his burning desire. And in his first month, there were so many chances when he was at the point of quitting. And when he was at the point of quitting, my first thing was give him a call. So, you joined this business to earn $500 a month. Why are you ready to quit? Hit that button hard. Hit that reason hard. Hit his dreams hard. It's not easy to dream. We make people dream. It's definitely not easy to achieve those dreams. This is one of the business models through which you can achieve those dreams. But it requires hard work, it requires effort, it requires patience, consistency, so many things. So we keep on reminding the person why he has joined this business. That's the importance of the first step in this training, that is out of 9 steps to the financial freedom. First, dreams. You have to dreams. You have to have big dreams. You have to have deadlines associated with them, that is called goals, and make sure every person in your team also does the same. For some of you, I know in this training, because it happens every time, you will take this step very seriously. For some of you, right now in your mind, you might be thinking that Ankur is saying for the purpose of saying. For some of you, you will walk out of this training room, you'll just forget about this training, and it's okay with me. It's your life, and it's okay with me. What you do with your life in the next 1 year, in the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, it's okay with me. I have done good with my life in the last 5 years, and I know where I am going in the next 5 years. You want to join hands with me, you want to join hands with people in this business, up to you. Where you want to be in the next 5 years is 100% your own business. But my job as a trainer, as a motivator, as somebody who has done something good in this business is to guide you with what has worked for me and what has worked for millions of people worldwide who have earned crazy amount of money through this industry. Step number 1.